Virginia Woolf. American writers. One cannot think well, love well, sleep well, if one has not dined well. I see you everywhere, in the stars, in the river. To me you're everything that exists, the reality of everything. Just in case you ever foolishly forget, I'm never not thinking of you. Love had 1,000 shapes. Love, the poet said, is woman's whole existence. I am all the time thinking about poetry and fiction and you. For love has 2 faces, one white, the other black, 2 bodies, one smooth, the other hairy. It has 2 hands, 2 feet, 2 tails, 2, indeed, of every member, and each one is the exact opposite of the other. Yet, so strictly are they joined together. Oh, and I thought, as I was dressing, how interesting it would be to describe the approach of age, and the gradual coming of death. As people describe love. To note every symptom of failure, but why failure? To treat age as an experience that is different from the others, and to detect every one of the gradual stages towards death, which is a tremendous experience, and not as unconscious, at least in its approaches, as death is. What could be more serious than the love of man for woman? What more commanding, more impressive, bearing in its bosom the seeds of death? At the same time these lovers, these people entering into illusion glittering-eyed, must be danced round with mockery, decorated with garlands. I went from one to the other holding my sorrow, no, not my sorrow but the incomprehensible nature of this our life for their inspection. Some people go to priests, others to poetry, I to my friends, I to my own heart, I to seek among phrases and fragments something unbroken, I to whom there is no beauty enough in moon or tree, to whom the touch of one person with another is all, yet who cannot grasp even that, who am so imperfect, so weak, so unspeakably lonely. To want and not to have, sent all up her body a hardness, a hollowness, a strain. And then to want and not to have, to want and want, how that wrung the heart, and wrung it again and again. Each had his own business to think of. Each had his past shut in him like the leaves of a book known to him by heart, and his friends could only read the title. For it would seem her case proved it that we write, not with the fingers, but with the whole person. The nerve which controls the pen winds itself about every fibre of our being, threads the heart, pierces the liver. The beauty of the world, which is so soon to perish, has 2 edges, one of laughter, one of anguish, cutting the heart asunder. Where the mind is biggest, the heart, the senses, magnanimity, charity, tolerance, kindliness, and the rest of them scarcely have room to breathe. What does the brain matter compared with the heart? Safe. 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 The pulse of the house beats wildly. Waking, I cry, oh, is this your buried treasure? The light in the heart. Sir, I would trust you with my heart. Moreover, we have left our bodies in the banqueting hall. Those on the turf are the shadows of our souls. When the body escaped mutilation, seldom did the heart go to the grave unscarred. Who shall measure the hat and violence of the poet's heart when caught and tangled in a woman's body? Fear no more, says the heart, committing its burden to some sea, which sighs collectively for all sorrows, and renews, begins, collects, lets fall. Was there no safety? No learning by heart of the ways of the world? No guide, no shelter, but all was miracle, and leaping from the pinnacle of a tower into the air? Could it be, even for elderly people, that this was life, startling, unexpected, unknown? Fear no more, says the heart. Oh, is this your buried treasure? The light in the heart. A learned man is a sedentary, concentrated solitary enthusiast, who searches through books to discover some particular grain of truth upon which he has set his heart. If the passion for reading conquers him, his gains dwindle and vanish between his fingers. A reader, on the other hand, must check the desire for learning at the outset. If knowledge sticks to him, well and good, but to go in pursuit of it, to read on a system, to become a specialist or an authority, is very apartment to kill what suits us to consider the more humane passion for pure and disinterested reading. And then he could not see her come into a room without a sense of the flowing of robes, of the flowering of blossoms, of the purple waves of the sea, of all things that are lovely and mutable on the surface but still and passionate in their heart. He loved, beneath all this summer transiency, to feel the earth's spine beneath him, for such he took the hard root of the oak tree to be, or, for image followed image, it was the back of a great horse that he was riding, or the deck of a tumbling ship. It was anything indeed, so long as it was hard, for he felt the need of something which he could attach his floating heart to, the heart that tugged at his side, the heart that seemed filled with spiced and amorous gales every evening about this time when he walked out.